much for coming. My name is Mr. Alexander, and I'm the teacher here at Oak Park High School. Thank you very much for coming to our show of A Christmas Carol. So thank you so much for coming. Raise your hand if you know this story. Who's maybe saw the Mickey's Christmas Carol? Maybe you saw Muppets, right? So some of us do know this story. So you'll recognize some parts. We may have changed the time period a little bit, but again, I think you'll recognize some stuff. Welcome, guys, to the Gas Station Theater. Did you guys know you're part of Winnipeg history now?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this theater has been around for a really long time, and a lot of really fun stuff happens here. And we're very lucky here at Oak Park because we've been coming to the Gas Station Theater for pretty close to 20 years doing our main stage show here. And so it's actually a lot of fun, and we're super excited to bring you here. Hopefully not for the last time. Hopefully you guys get to come and see some of our other shows. So what you're about to see is what's our theater practicum class. That consists of grade 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s. So there's a fair number of kids here. Okay, they've been practicing after schools. They from 3:30 to about 5 o'clock for about 4 days a week. And they put the show together for you. What I want to point out is that our students have done everything. So, any costumes, they're the ones who gathered them. Any props, they're the ones who gathered them, or even built them. Singing, they're the ones who put together the songs. So everything you're about to see here, the students had a pretty big hand in. Okay? So also, you might notice if you turn around just a little bit, you might see a camera back there. So everybody wave. You have to wave to the camera now. All right. So, you just waved to a bunch of other schools watching us right now. So everybody turn back and wave again. All right. So, okay, it is kind of exciting, right? Because we are going to be live streaming this show. Well, we're actually going to be live streaming all of our shows. But so people, because we've all had to do this thing that we've been doing with the masks and the COVID business, that they're able to watch us as well. So we welcome you on the live stream as well. Thank you very much for joining us on your televisions, computers, whatever it winds up being. All right, so guys, we're just about to start the show. Just a couple of things. I'm not sure, I apologize. I don't know how much experience you guys have had with live theater in the past. But typically, while the actors are doing their things, we want you to laugh, we want you to clap, we want you to do all that lovely stuff. So let's practice really fast. Everybody laugh. All right. Oh, you got one more practice. Yeah, rehearsal. We're all about rehearsal here. Okay. Yeah, everybody practice clapping. Awesome. Okay. Actually, could we do a clap and a cheer? What would that sound like? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that one I think we need to definitely save that for the end. Okay, so we're going to save that one for the end. So, but just so you know, while live theater is going on here, I don't expect you to have any phones out or anything like that. I'm sure your teachers talk to you about that all the time. But we don't want to distract the actors up here if we can. It would be really great if you need to exit, there's that door there, but a lot of light comes in. So we don't, speaking about light, a lot of light comes in, and so that can be very disruptive. If you do need to leave for whatever reason, you go up the back stairs and then down is preferred if we can. But ideally, we'd like you guys to stay in your seats now if you could. All right? Folks, you may want to take off your coats. You may get a bit hot. These stage lights heat up to about 500 or 600 degrees. It will start getting warm in here pretty quick. So, please take off your coats. Enjoy. We have our choir is going to come out here and sing a couple of songs, and the show's going to get started. Guys, please, thank you for coming. Enjoy.
traditional and ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, Dene, and Métis nations. We acknowledge and honor our water, which flows from the waters of Shoal Lake, 40 First Nations. We commit to recognize the harms of colonization, and we are dedicated to moving forward in the true spirit of truth and reconciliation with Indigenous peoples.
My word, I love Christmas. There's just a spirit in the air.
It's a time of joy and celebration.
It is a time when people are more kind and more considerate.
Well, most people, that is.
Quite right. But there are those who see Christmas as a waste of time and energy. My uncle is not only a member of that tribe, but in all honestness, their loudest cheerleader and most ardent supporter.
He hated Christmas.
He hated anything that did not make him richer, and so he hated Christmas most of all.
And on this particular Christmas Eve, he was in a particularly foul mood.
Maybe it was because 7 years ago, on this very night, his business partner and only friend, Jacob Marley, had died.
Marley was long dead and buried. This you must remember, or nothing wonderful can come of the tale you're about to witness.
And so, on a crisp and chilly Christmas Eve, my Uncle Scrooge.
That money-grubbing, selfish old sinner was.
Can you believe it? Conducting business in his accounting house.
My word, Mr. Bentley. $300,000. A fair profit, I do say, mine.
A nice steady sum to enter the record, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, and in addition to this, I have some business propositions I would like to propose. There's a lot of money to be made across the pond, and of course, there's this whole new internet thing. There's a hunger for information, Mr. Bentley, and the internet offers an abundance of such resources. I say, he who invests wisely, mind you, will be well rewarded.
Without a doubt, sir.
Should we talk about these opportunities at length?
I would be pleased to, but unfortunately, I have some urgent business across town. I am available tomorrow.
On Christmas Day?
Oh, of course, on Christmas Day, it's like any other day as far as I'm concerned.
My feelings precisely, Mr. Bentley. I sense we're kindred spirits when it comes to business. Till tomorrow, then.
Good day, Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge, there's a Mr. Granger here to see you.
Well, see him in. We mustn't keep clients waiting.
This way, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Scrooge.
Well, I understand you are here to propose some form of business.
The business of charity, sir.
Charity.
Yes, it's the business of everyone.
It's not my business. My business is making profit.
But Mr. Scrooge, there's so much suffering in the world.
Are there no prisons? Are there no chain gangs?
There's plenty of prisons.
Then let them go there.
But, Mr. Scrooge, those institutions hardly furnish any Christian cheer of mind or body to the masses. So, at this time of year, a couple of us try to scrape together some money to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth for the holidays. Because this is a time of year when, above all others, want is more acutely felt and abundance rejoiced. What can I put you down for?
You may put me down for nothing. I do not make myself merry at Christmas, and I cannot afford to make other people merry. Good day, sir.
But Mr. Scrooge, that's...
It's business. Good day.
Mr. Scrooge,
Merry Christmas, Uncle! God save you.
Humbug.
Christmas a humbug. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
Why, of course I do. What right of you to be so merry? You're poor enough.
What right do you to be so miserable? You're rich enough.
What else can I be in a world full of fools such as this? Merry Christmas. If I had my way, any fool who went around with the word Merry Christmas on their lips would be boiled in their own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through their heart.
Uncle.
Nephew, let me keep Christmas in my own way.
But you don't keep it.
Leave it alone then. Much good has it ever done you.
But Uncle, I've always seen Christmas as a fun, charitable time. It's the only time of year when men and women open their hearts and see each other as fellow passengers to the grave, not as another race of creatures bound on different journeys. And therefore, though there's never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and it will do me good, and I say, God bless it.
Well said, I must say.
Well, you agree with my nephew, do you, Mr. Cratchit?
Yes, Mr. Scrooge, I think Christmas is a very joyous time of year.
Well, if you let me hear another word from you, you'll be spending your Christmas looking for another job. Is that clear?
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
It's a wonder you don't go into politics. You're a wonderful speaker.
I might just take that up on you, Uncle. Can I count on your vote?
Ah,
Oh, Uncle. Don't be that. Here, let me make it. Come have dinner with us.
no.
But why not?
A man's first priority is his business. Mine occupies me constantly. You should have never gotten married. Why did you?
Why does anyone get married? I fell in love.
You fell in love.
Have you never been in love, Uncle?
No.
Never?
Never. Now, is your sole purpose in coming here to keep me from my business?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not my intention. I've come here because I brought something for you.
And what would that be?
Letters.
Letters.
Yes, Uncle. Letters. I was looking through one of my mother's old boxes, and I came across these letters that you gave to her when you were much younger, Uncle. And from a very different Uncle Scrooge than the man who sits here before me.
You read them?
Oh, I might have read one or two, maybe three. I mean, can you blame me?
You had no right to read those, Fred. Now hand them over.
I'm so sorry, Uncle. I didn't mean to make you now. Let me make it up to you. Come have dinner with us tomorrow.
Again, business is my first priority. So, no.
But, please,
Ah, you're as an obstinate child.
stubborn like my Uncle Scrooge, my dad used to say. Well, if you don't come have dinner with us tomorrow, how about you, Bob? Why don't you and your fine family come join us for Christmas dinner?
That's a very kind offer, but I'm afraid I'm scheduled to work.
Good Lord, on Christmas? That is a hump. I wonder what mean-spirited old money grabber put you up to that.
If I were to deduct his pay, you'd think him taken advantage of. But if I were to pay a full day's wages for no work, you wouldn't think me taken advantage of.
But, sir, it's only one day.
That's a poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Bah! I'm surrounded by such fools. You must have it, have it.
Thank you, sir.
So then I took it that means you're free to come dine with us tomorrow?
No, Mr. Cratchit may use his day for what he intends, but I will be using my day for more profitable enterprises.
Oh, I'm so sorry. With all my heart to hear you so resolute. But I've made my trial and honest for Christmas, and my Christmas cheer will always last. So Merry Christmas, Uncle, and Happy New Year.
Ah, humbug.
Oh, and Bob, the offer still stands if you're willing to join us.
Thank you, but we enjoy getting together as a family on Christmas Day.
There's nothing more important than family, is there?
No, sir, nothing.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Well, Mr. Cratchit, you have tomorrow to do with which as you like. But I expect you here all the earlier the following morning. Is that clear?
Quite clear, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Cratchit, this is a cruel world in which your only shield against the cold hand of poverty is gain and acquisition. What is Christmas time to you? The time to find yourself a year older, not an hour richer.
Yes, sir. Good night, Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, right. Whoever's there, I'm warning you. I'm armed. It says I'm armed. So, put your hands up. Put your hands up.
sorry to disturb you on Christmas Eve, but I figured that you'd still be here at your office at this late hour.
What sort of a trick are you up to?
Trick, Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, what sort of a game are you playing?
I'm playing no game, I assure you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing is wrong. Now, I assume you're here to make payments.
Yes. Well, I've run into a bit of a problem, you see, and I need some sort of arrangement for an extension, Mr. Scrooge.
Terms of the loan were quite clear when you signed them.
Yes, of course, sir, but it's not easy to find work at the moment. And if I could just have a little more time, I'm good for it. I'm a hard worker.
None of this is my concern, Mr. Harrington. Either you surrender the collateral you have offered, or you will find yourself in my lawyer's office. There is not a court in the land that will not rule in my favor.
Maybe so, sir, but that doesn't make it right.
I have a right to be paid the money owed me.
But, Mr. Scrooge, I'm sure you've seen through tough times and have been needing a helping hand from time to time.
God helps those who help themselves. A full payment is due by the end of the year.
Were you always so cold and unfeeling of a man, Mr. Scrooge?
You may find me cold and unfeeling, but I would venture to say I am a man who is worth something. A man whose word carries weight. A man who can strike a deal and back it up with a signature. My signature is worth something. Yours, however, as it seems, will soon be worth nothing if you continue treating your business obligations in such a way. Now, I'm off to the Nag's Head pub for a well-earned and well-deserved supper. Good day.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
What are you doing on my doorstep?
Singing, sir.
Singing?
Yes, sir. You wouldn't happen to have any change with you, sir? For the boys is trying to make a few dollars?
Singing is not something I wish to pay for. Now get out of here before I call the cops. If you want to make some money, earn it. Go work in the coal mines. Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, I was just sleeping. You're running rather late, even for yourself. And I do have my own family to pick up, especially since it's Christmas. We wives and mothers find ourselves busy with a lot of work self-preparation. It's a difficult time for me and my wife.
Yes, Mrs. Dilbert. We all busy ourselves with what we think is important.
Now, I've left your gruel in the kitchen and put a cover on it to keep it warm. I've also put your bed warmer in the bed because it's a cold night. The only people who can feel this cold are the dead.
Yes, Miss Dilbert.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge?
Who knows anything strange recently?
Strange, in what way?
No peculiar noises, perhaps.
No stranger than usual. This place creaks and groans like an old man.
So everything is quite normal then.
Everything is as it should be. Why, is there something wrong?
Just for a moment that I saw outside. No, it cannot be. Obviously, it's all this silly talk of Christmas going to my head, making me hear and see things. Good day, Mrs. Gilbert.
Good day, Mr. Scrooge. Will you be taking your breakfast at the usual time tomorrow?
I see no reason why I should adjust my schedule.
Of course. I'll see you first thing in the morning.
Christmas, kind, hospitable time. Saw a humbug, I say. A humbug. Hello? Is someone there? Whoever's there, I'm warning you, not even Hannibal and his elephants could break down my door. Tell me, cruel beast, what are you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Jacob? No, it cannot be. You're long dead and buried.
Do you not believe in me?
No, I do not.
You doubt your own eyes and ears.
Yes, in this matter they are not to be trusted, for you may be nothing more than a clove of mustard, or a chunk of cheese, or a bit of underdone beef, or a piece of underdone potato. I say there's more of gravy than of grave about you, foul beast. Have mercy on me, Jacob, have mercy.
Man of worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
Yes, I do. Why do you walk the earth and haunt me, Jacob?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk among his fellow men. If he does not do so in life, he is doomed to do so after death.
After death?
Yes, to wander the world without rest, to witness what it cannot share, but might have shared, and turn to happiness.
But who's done this to you, Jacob? Why are you shackled?
I've done this to myself. I wear the chains I forged in life. I made them link by link and yard by yard. Same weight and length of chain you bore yourself 7 Christmas Eves ago. You have labored on since. Yours is a monstrous chain.
No, Jacob, tell me it is not so. You were always a good man of business.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Mercy, charity, forbearance, benevolence were all my business.
Why must you haunt me?
If you want any chance of escaping my fate, you're going to listen to me. Understood? You're going to be haunted by 3 spirits.
Haunted? Is this the chance that you mentioned?
It is.
Well, I think I'd rather not, if that's all the same to you, Jacob.
Without their visits, you will be doomed and cannot hope to shun the path I tread.
Doomed?
Expect the first when the bell tolls 1.
What sort of spirits are they, Jacob?
Expect the second when the bell tolls 2.
What will they do to me, Jacob?
And the third when the bell tolls 3.
How will I know them, Jacob?
I can say no more. I can stay no longer. Remember, Ebenezer, For your own sake, this passed between us.
Nonsense. This is all nonsense. No such thing as ghosts, Ebenezer. You will not be haunted, Ebenezer. You will not be haunted. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Thank goodness you're not as terrifying as I'd feared. Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past.
No, your past.
My past. Why my past?
For your welfare, come with me, Ebenezer. I have much to show you.
I was a boy here.
William, you're cheating.
Why? That's William Turner. Who's always getting into trouble, that one. Nothing serious, mind you, just boyish mischief.
These are the shadows of things that have been. They cannot see us, nor can we change or influence them. Hope you'll win, Charlie.
That's Charlie Campbell. What a smart lad he was. Top of his class. So wonderful to see them like this. So young and carefree.
Enough of you boys. Off you go to your rooms. Come, Ebenezer. Your school is not yet deserted. A solitary child neglected by his friends is left here still.
Well, Ebenezer, it appears according to the headmaster that you and I are to spend Christmas together.
I'm not to go home.
No, it appears your father would prefer you to stay here. I suppose you must make the best of it, though.
Yes.
I like to spend my holidays reading. It is the only time of year when I'm not in the kitchen cooking for you lot, and I can enjoy some quiet solitude. I do hope you will pass your time in such a manner as this. I can have the headmaster select a few books that might be of interest to a young boy your age, Robinson Crusoe and the like. You may take your meals with me to the kitchen instead of the dining hall, if that is agreeable.
Yes.
Oh, come now, Ebenezer. You may not be home for Christmas, but you still have a roof over your head and food. There are many in this world with far less than that. If you wish to have more, though, I suggest you put your nose to the grindstone, boy. God rewards those who work hard, he punishes those who don't.
Yes.
What is the matter?
Nothing.
Nothing.
There was a boy at my doorstep last night.
And you're reminded of him?
He was singing a Christmas carol.
Yes.
Suppose I should have given him something. But if I were to give my money to every man, woman, or child who fell upon hard times, my money, what would be left for me?
You can give more than just your money, Ebenezer. You can give your time and your labor to those in need.
But it's not my business.
Not yours? Then whose? Come, Ebenezer. Let us see another Christmas.
Oh, dear brother.
Van,
Yes,
it is you, Fran. I'm overjoyed to see you. What brings you here?
I've come to bring you home.
Home, little Fran?
Yes, home forever and ever.
But how?
Father's changed,
Believe that when I see it.
but he has. He's become so much kinder than he used to be that he's like a brother.
Well, that's a miracle.
Last night, Father spoke so kindly and gently to me when I was going to bed that I wasn't afraid to
asked him once more if he might come home. And he said, yes, you should, you must. And he sent me in a car to bring you. Can you believe it?
Hardly. Happy nonetheless.
Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, very much so.
But first, we're to spend Christmas together and have the merriest time in all the world.
You're quite a woman, little fan.
Come on, Ebenezer.
She was always a delicate creature whom a breath might have withered.
Yes, she didn't have an enemy in the world.
But she died a woman.
Yes, far too young. I ask you, what kind of God allows that?
She had children.
Yes, one.
Your nephew, Fred.
Yes.
He is not so unlike his mother in appearance nor disposition, is he?
Yes, that may be true, but I've tried time and time again to teach Fred the importance of hard work and industry. But it just seems to go in one ear and out the other. I'm sorry to say this, but he is a fool and will always be so.
Yet, he seems happy. Come, Ebenezer, there's more for you to see.
Why, this is my old office.
You know this place.
Why, yes, I know it. I was apprenticed here. Why, that's old Fezziwig, alive and well again.
Ebenezer, I'd like you to meet a business associate of mine, Jacob Marley.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Marley.
You're the young man I've been hearing so much about. Yes, Ebenezer has a keen mind for business and more than doubles our profits every year. Can you believe that?
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Fezziwig, but Harvey Grayson is here to speak.
Oh, what does he want now?
Why, it's Ricky Wilkins. We were good friends. Once.
Perhaps you could just ask him to call back later. Tell him I'm in the middle of something.
I tried, sir, but he insists that the matter is urgent, so he must see you at once.
Guess I better see him then. Jacob, if you'll excuse me, I won't be a minute.
That's quite all right. You go attend to Mr. Grayson. I'd like to work prodigy here, Mr. Scrooge.
Absolutely.
So tell me, Mr. Scrooge, in your professional opinion, is Fezziwig conducting his business in a manner as to maximize his profits?
Well, Mr. Marley, I don't think it right to comment on my master's business affairs.
Oh, come now. I'm asking you not as a friend of Fezziwig, but as a man of business. Is old Fezziwig, to put it plainly, making as much money as he could?
Mr. Fezziwig, while a good man, is not always a businessman.
Ah, I thought so. I was going to buy him out, Mr. Scrooge. I'd even made him an offer. And then you come along and suddenly, old Fezziwig is drowning in money, and I ask myself, how did he manage that? Well, he didn't manage that, did he? You did. And a very shrewd man of business you are, Mr. Scrooge. I am most impressed.
Why, thank you, Mr. Marley.
Nonsense. I speak the truth. If you run your business as he does, I would call you a fool and say you deserve any punishment your foolishness gets you. But you are no fool, are you, Mr. Scrooge?
I do not think of myself as a fool, but I did think there was more to life than business.
Ah, that's Fezziwig talking. Life is business, and the business of life is profit. And you and I must talk business. I'm fully prepared to offer you a position in my firm.
Are you? That's very generous, Mr. Marley.
Yes, I've been seeking a keen young man that I can train to be my partner. From my inquiries, you appear to be that man. If it hadn't been for you, old Fezziwig would be in the poorhouse this winter instead of celebrating Christmas. Why not come work for me where you can reap all the profits of your labor? A junior partnership to begin with, but I promise you, an equal partnership if you prove yourself worthy.
So generous, Mr. Marley. I'm so tempted, but I suppose I owe a debt of gratitude to old Fezziwig.
You're loyal, I will say that. Well, you needn't decide right now, but you must make a point of coming to see me in the new year. You have a great future ahead of you, Ebenezer, if you're willing to take it.
Oh, that Mr. Grayson will be the ruin of me.
I do business with him then.
Well, he's been a client of mine for many years and stuck with me one time through life. So I feel it only fair that I stick with him when he's going through hard times. Oh, Ebenezer, make a note that Mr. Grayson's payment for the lumber we shipped him will be moved up to the beginning of March.
Yes, Mr. Fezziwig.
Now, Jacob, you must stay to have a glass of punch and celebrate the holidays with us.
Thank you. No, Mr. President, I have some business to attend to.
And Christmas Eve.
A small matter, but a matter that demands my attention nonetheless. Good day, sir.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Marley.
Yes. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Merry Christmas to you as well, Mr. Marley.
Happy holidays, Mr. Marley.
Look at us on Christmas Eve, and we're sitting at our desks, working. Come on, Ricky, come on, Ebenezer, let's go have some fun.
Belle. Belle. She's so beautiful.
You know this woman.
Why, yes, I know her. Belle, Belle!
She cannot hear you.
Is there no way for me to speak to her?
This is but a memory. You can only say what you said before.
Why, husband, you failed to mention what an accomplished dancer dear Mr. Scrooge is.
Yes, it appears he has the feet for dancing as well as a head for business. What more could you want?
What more could you ask for in a husband? I wonder, Belle.
Now, darling, we mustn't spy. It's a little,
It's creepy.
Well, speaking of fortunes, Mr. Marley seems willing to offer me a position at his firm.
Are you not happy with Fezziwig?
Oh, very much so. But when a man is offered an opportunity to further his position in life, I see no reason why he should not take it. Why? Does it bother you?
Well, it's just from what I know of Mr. Marley, I'm not so certain he's the sort of person you should be working for.
Nonsense. He's rich and successful. And if he takes interest in my future, I should at least consider it.
I suppose so.
And what are you two up to?
Nothing.
Well, then perhaps we could ask Belle for a dance.
I'm sorry, Ricky, but my dance card's already filled.
Oh, is it? Come now, what's going on between you two? You can tell your friend Ricky Wilkins.
Well, you must know. Belle and I plan to marry.
Oh, wow. Isn't that wonderful? Well, congratulations, Ebenezer. Congratulations, Belle. I wish you a long and happy life together.
Thank you, Ricky.
And I'm sure that one day you'll find a partner of your own and have a very happy family.
Well, I'm ever so fortunate enough to meet someone as stunning and as beautiful as you are. And I hope I'm smart enough to let them know how I feel and snatch them up before somebody else does. Again, congratulations.
What a grand night!
Grand indeed.
Yes, and all thanks to old Fezziwig.
Here, here, let's make a toast. To our dear Mr. Fezziwig. May he have a long life and may he have great fortune follow him for the rest of his days.
Well said.
Agreed.
I'd forgotten little Fezziwig had such a generous spirit.
Generous? How can you say that? This party only costs a little. Why does he deserve such praise?
Spirit, it's not the amount he spent. His power lies in words and actions. It's in his power to make our work a pleasure or a toil. This party is worth as much as it costs a fortune.
So, you no longer believe fools such as old Fezziwig here deserve to be boiled in their own pudding or buried with a stick of holly through their heart?
Well, I didn't mean old Fezziwig when I said that. He was a good master. I loved working for him.
Something troubles you, I think.
I was thinking of my own clerk, Bob Cratchit. I could have said something to him.
Marvel, I know you and Scrooge get to spend a whole lifetime together, but I think I should get at least one dance.
Put Ricky out of his misery.
Come, Ebenezer.
Must we go?
We must.
Can we not stay a while longer?
We cannot. Our time grows short, and there's still much to see. Come.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. President?
You offered me a great deal more than this 5 years ago.
That was 5 years ago. And your profits have changed. This is more than fair. You won't find a better offer.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
Join them.
And if you wait much longer, Mr. Fezziwig, your holdings may end up being entirely worthless.
I offer you this amount because of our long business and past association. The hard truth is you have little choice in the matter.
I suppose you're right.
Oh, no. Sign here. Initial here. Initial here. And sign here. You made the right decision. You have until the end of the week to vacate the premise.
And remember, you may take any personal items you like, but anything in the company name now belongs to us.
Oh, cheer up, old man. You're not completely without means. What a bargain, eh? Would have gladly paid 2-3 times the amount. You never take the first offer. It's always far below what the buyer's willing to pay. Business sense like that, it's no wonder he drove his company into the ground. Oh, come on now. Feeling sorry for old Fezziwig, are we?
I'm just worried of what will become of the old man, that's all.
He's in this situation because of his own doing. How many times have I told you, Ebenezer? Business is business. If you let your personal feelings and emotions interfere, it clouds your judgment.
Yes, Jacob, business is business.
And the only thing that matters in business is making a profit.
Yes, and making the biggest profit you can. Right, Jacob.
Right you are. Come on now, let's celebrate. I'll get us some drinks.
no, Spirit, please. I can't do this again. Please don't make me do this again.
You've lived this already. See it through.
What brings you here at this time of day, Belle?
I spoke to our friend, Ruthie Wilkins, and she told me that you were planning to buy out old fezziwigs.
Yes, the deal is inked. You just missed the old man.
You never told me.
I never tell you about any of our other business dealings, so why would this be any different?
Ricky also told me that you're planning to cut everyone's wages by half.
Well, that can't be helped. Old Fezziwig was a fool with money. He paid his employees far more than his competitors, and extended credit where he shouldn't. We'll get the company back on its feet, sell it, and make a good profit.
Ebenezer.
It's business, Belle.
And what am I to you then? A bad investment?
Don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. Another idol has replaced me in your life. If it can cheer and comfort you as I would have tried to do in the future, then I see no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
How can you hate with such contempt the pursuit of wealth?
Fear the world too much.
Because there's much to
You
fear.
were not like this when we first met. I have seen your more noble aspirations disappear one by one until all you care about is profit and gain.
Everything I have done has been for us.
Then why are we not married? You're certainly wealthier now than you were 5 years ago.
One deal gone wrong can ruin a man. You think you want to end up like old Fezziwig? I think not.
I think you were changed. When our marriage contract was made, we were of one heart, and our marriage promised happiness. But now that we are of one heart, my heart is filled with despair.
Oh, so I make you miserable now, do I?
Are you not miserable? You hardly seem happy at the prospect of us spending our lives together. And so, I have no choice but to release you.
Release me. Have I ever sought release?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
In changed nature. Tell me, if you had not promised to marry me before, would you seek me out and try and win me now?
Of course I would. You think not?
I doubt very much that you would choose me. You who measures everything by financial gain. And if you did choose me and turned your back on your one guiding principle, I think you would in time come to regret your decision. And so, I release you with a full heart and the life that you have chosen.
You didn't go after her, remember?
Is that bell I heard a moment ago?
Yes.
Oh, well, come on now, Ebenezer. Let's celebrate. Today is a new beginning. Today, you have earned the right to a full pardon. How does that sound?
Full pardon.
Yes, it was promised to you, and I'm a man of my word. You have more than proven yourself worthy. I'm even going through the expense of having a new sign made for the occasion. Both of our names on it. Will be a force to be reckoned with, I dare say. Come on. A full partner. Cheers.
Cheers. Why do you show me these things?
These? So, you may consider the path you have tread. Come, Ebenezer, there's more for you to see.
No more. Show me no more.
Come, Ebenezer.
All right, you two. Time for bed.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, it's well past your bedtime.
But we're not tired. Can't we just have 5 more minutes?
You've already got 3 extra minutes.
Can we please just have one more game?
More games tomorrow, my dears.
Now off to bed. We will be up shortly to kiss you goodnight.
But I'm hungry.
Hungry? You've had enough desserts. How can you still be hungry?
Can't we just have one more game?
Mom, don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Will you, my dear?
Oh yes, Mom. That's too.
Thank you. Now you hear that? Listen to your sister.
What a wonderful day. You know, I saw an old friend of ours this afternoon.
Oh, who?
Guess.
Guess. How can I?
Oh, come on, be a sport.
Well, all right. Then give me a clue.
Okay, I'll give you just one. Humbug.
Oh. Him.
It was him.
And how is Ebenezer?
Fully engaged with his enterprises, as it may seem.
Focused on some very good business opportunities and timely investments, no doubt.
And what's wrong with that?
You know, we spoke of nothing but business, and I must say he did not seem very happy to see me.
Why would I be happy to see you?
You know, crowds part away like the Red Sea before Moses when Scrooge walks down the street. Except for I stood my ground, and he had no choice but to acknowledge my presence. Scrooge, my good man, how are you today? I said.
And what was his reply?
Good day, sir.
That's all? Good day, sir, nothing more?
Well, what can I say? His misfortune has been my good fortune. You, my dear, have made me richer beyond anything I could have ever imagined, and he has money, but little else.
Very sad.
Sad.
You knew him, Ricky, back when he wasn't so harsh with the world. He changed when his sister became ill and died.
Well, sooner or later his true nature would have surfaced, don't you think?
His sister was always able to bring out his good and loving nature.
Well, if he ever had a good and loving nature, it would be long since dead and buried to the world.
I hope that's not entirely true.
You're kind. That's why I'm so glad that you thought me good enough to marry. And it certainly made me wait long enough.
You should have said something.
To make my feelings known would have been the utmost inappropriate, and I regret nothing now because we are together now. You make me happier than I could have ever imagined.
Spirit, why do you show me these things? Why do you torture me with these visions?
These are the shadows of things that have been. They are what they are and cannot be changed.
Leave me alone. Wash these memories from my mind and conduct me home. Leave me in peace.
winter wonderland. And in the meadow we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to pretty sunfrays as we play, walking in a winter wonderland. And in the meadow we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kids knock him down. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to pretty sunfrays that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Exhausted from my previous encounter, I cannot go on.
Here, drink from my cup and you will be restored in more than this and given the strength to continue. We have much to see in little time. Drink, man, drink! I am the ghost of Christmas present. You mean to tell me that you've never shared in the abundance of the season? Never given a gift, received a gift? Never enjoyed a Christmas feast of plum pudding? A rum punch? Come now, Scrooge. There was a Christmas or two many years ago when you were a much younger man, when you had plans and hopes for a life with Belle, when you knew my brother.
It may be true, but that was a long time ago.
Well, then you know the joy of giving and the fun of receiving. It is not yet dead in you. We can reawaken these feelings of generosity and kindness. The choice is yours, my friend. Live as you have, or change.
I'm too old to change.
Nonsense! Come with me. Let me show you the joy of this season. It knows no class bounds. It knows no age. It knows no race, gender, or wealth. Come with me and see how even the poor have much to celebrate on Christmas Day.
Bakkacha. It is a modest dwelling, but a happy one.
Settle down before you drop something.
What was that?
Brother, nice hair. I think I just hear the dance class you were with a little beat.
Come on, Mom. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
We're really late today here. There was a lot of work to finish up last night, and an awful lot to clear away this morning, Mother. I'm sorry. I came as quickly as I could.
Well, you're here now, so sit down. Turn yourself.
Everyone, we're home. No, there's Mother. Martha, hide. Hide? Yes, hide.
Hello, my dear.
Happy Christmas, Mother.
Merry Christmas indeed. How are you, my dears?
Glad you're home from church.
Yes, where is our Martha? Not coming. Not coming on Christmas Day. Has something happened?
Yes, something has.
Well, what is it? What's happened?
Martha has been summoned to the Buckingham Palace to meet the Queen.
Oh, has she now?
Aren't you, Mother? They sent a carriage and everything.
Must be Martha. And she's to have dinner with the Queen, no doubt.
I wonder what they'll have.
No matter what they have, it won't be nearly as delicious as the meal your mother has prepared for us. That I'm sure of.
That's true.
Poor Martha, stuck having dinner with the Queen. That just won't do.
What are you going to do, Father?
The only thing I can do, I'll just have to invite the Queen here for Christmas dinner. That way Martha can be with her family.
Are you really going to invite the Queen?
Oh, don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. I'm sure we have room at the table for one more. Now, everyone, let's practice our bows and curtsies. We want Her Majesty to know that we may not live in the palace, but we do know our proper etiquette.
What a pleasure to meet you, Your Royal Highness.
Probably what a little lady wore.
Your Royal Highness, you're as beautiful as all the angels in heaven, and the world knows you, your generosity and kindness.
You're quite the flatterer, isn't he, Bob?
Yes. I have no doubt that once the Queen gets a taste of her mother's cooking, she'll be a regular guest at Sunday dinners. The Queen? None other.
Merry Christmas! Father, you silly one.
Martha? Here? Good heavens.
Oh, I was here all along, and you knew it.
I did not. I'm quite shocked to see you. Merry Christmas, Martha.
Merry Christmas, Mother. And how is church?
Right? Fine, my dear. The deacon's a fine fellow.
Did anything interesting happen?
Well, something did happen. How about you tell the story, Tim?
Oh, well, it wasn't really a big deal. I just gave my seat to an elderly lady.
But Tim, didn't you need it?
Oh, it was fine.
It wasn't really fine, but we made it through.
Such a generous
Come on, Mom.
Hey, and you were growing stronger and more hearty every day, aren't you? Isn't he?
Of course. Well, let's eat then. There wasn't a meal as fine as this.
It's like a rather small meal for a family of this size.
And what of it? There are those in this world with far less than that. God rewards those who works hard and punishes those who don't.
And so, you're saying that God needs to punish this boy and his poor family? I can't believe that. Tell me, what is to become of the boy?
Oldest. I see an empty chair in the board chimney corner, and a cane without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Die? No, Spirit, tell me, it can't be so. The child can't die. The spirit of Christmas past had no power to change things, but you are here in the present. Surely you have some power to provide for the boy.
The power to change the world lies not within my realm, but in the land of the living. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my race will find him here.
But someone must be able to provide for the boy. He must not die if it can be helped.
Well, why not let them die, and therefore decrease the surplus population?
You use my own words against me.
And why not? Who are you to decide what men shall live and what men shall die? In the sights of heaven, you may be less fit to live than millions, just like this poor man's child.
Delicious, my dear. And you're putting your best yet.
Oh, yes, Mother. Very fine pudding.
Best ever.
Delicious. The whole family home for the holidays. I couldn't be happier. So, Merry Christmas to us. God bless us.
God bless us. God bless us, everyone.
Exactly right, Tim. But with that in mind, and the spirit of the season, I say we toast to the founder of the feast, Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, my dear.
Founder of the feast, indeed. Wish I had you. You're a piece of my heart to feast upon.
My dear, please. Christmas Day, the children.
When he would ever drink to the house such a cruel, stingy, and unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert.
My dear, please. Christmas, a loving, charitable time.
Very well. I'll drink to his health for your sake and the Duke's, but not for his. A long life to him. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Be very merry and very happy. I have no doubt. Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
God bless Mr. Scrooge.
Well, how about a song then?
Jingle bells. What a good idea.
Jingle bells.
All right.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to love and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle.
Come, let us visit your nephew and see how he celebrates the season.
All right, well, we're not quite done yet, but what do you think so far? So, what we're going to do, I don't know how familiar you guys are with going to the theater, but we're going to do what's called an intermission for about 10 minutes. Okay, so I know some folks may need to go to the washroom. You guys can stand, though I wouldn't recommend moving around too much. But stand up, maybe do a stretch. And then to the other side. All right. But then have a seat again, just in case your teachers need to talk to you guys. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Start up again. All right, I think everything has been going pretty good, but what do you guys think? Yeah, we can definitely, yeah, so we got a little bit more left coming your way, okay? As you see, the kids have been doing a pretty good job, right? All right, so let's do an acting exercise together before we begin. Because I know, how many of you guys like to do drama? Just raise your hand. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we'll get you all being actors in a second. So part of what you probably noticed what we've been doing on stage, you notice the actors have a nice back and forth, right? And so the skill that we focus on is that idea of listening, right? And so what I mean by that is they listen to what's being said and then respond appropriately. So we're going to try listening and response here, okay? Now let's see if we can do this. I'm going to say 1Q, you're going to say 2Q, I'll say 3Q, you say 4Q, and we're just going to go back and forth. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. Focus. Focusing, as actors do. 1Q. 2Q. 3Q. 4Q. 5Q. 6Q. 7Q. 8Q. 9Q. 10Q. You're welcome. 10Q? No? You didn't get that? I thought it was funny. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. Just give a big cheer for these guys around here.
Is it living or is it dead?
Yes or no question phone.
Sorry. Is it living?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it an animal?
Yes.
Does it live in the country?
No.
In the city then?
Yeah.
Does it growl?
Oh, yes.
Is it a dog?
Woof!
No.
Is it a cat? Meow!
No.
Oh, it's a rat! Is it a rat?
No.
Is it a horse?
No.
Oh, jackass!
Is it a jackass?
Yes and no.
I know! It's your Uncle Scrooge!
Yeah!
Oh, when I saw him yesterday, he said that Christmas was a humbug. Humbug. And he believes it too. Poor fellow.
Shame for him, Fred.
That's definitely true.
What a thing to say.
But his offenses carry their own actions, and I have nothing to say against him.
He's certainly rich.
One of the richest men in Canada.
One of it. His wealth is a million for him.
I'll make good use of it.
I'm sure you would, Doctor. But what good does he do with it? Somebody doesn't make himself comfortable with it.
I have no patience with him.
Oh, I do. I'm sorry for him. I couldn't be mad if I tried. Who suffers by his harsh and caring attitude? Himself. Always. And here, he takes it into his mind, dislikes this, not to come to dinner, so he loses out on a very fine dinner and a chance to celebrate the season.
Well said. I'm sure it's going to be a great dinner.
I sure hope so. I spent plenty of time in the kitchen for this.
I think there was once a time when it wasn't such an unpleasant old fool.
What are you talking about, Beck?
Well, he often wrote to my mother, and I came across some of those letters he sent her, much younger than me. And during his school and during his courtship to somebody named Dad.
You have no right to read those, Fred.
Courtship?
Scrooge was engaged?
I don't believe it.
Believe it.
Quite right. Why shouldn't he believe it?
What, does that change your opinion? To know that he once was in love, that he once had hopes of becoming a husband and a father?
Not any husband I would like.
What happened?
I made a mistake.
I don't know. The engagement was broken off for some reason, I think it.
So sad.
I guess he lost interest. You know, interest. Scrooge was a moneylender.
Oh, yes, I get it now.
Well, whatever. That's the Scrooge my mother. He's a very different man than what he's become.
I feel bad for him.
Same. And that's why I plan to give him the same chance that Christmas dinner with us every year, for I pity him. He may rail at Christmas till he dies, but he can't help thinking better of it. And of all people, if he sees me going there year after year saying, Uncle Scrooge, how are you? Merry Christmas, come have dinner with us. And if the only outcome is that he takes it into his mind to give his poor clerk Bob Cratchit $50, then that's something.
You're here, Fred.
And so, in the merriment he has given us, I say we drink to his health. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is. He may not take it from me, but may he have it nonetheless. Uncle Scrooge.
You treat your nephew with such contempt. And yet, he toasts to your health. He wishes you well. He invites you to dinner.
My nephew is young. When you're young, you don't always know how cruel this world can be.
Just because the world is cruel doesn't mean you need to be.
Spirit, I'm not pushed it, or I didn't know what to say anything before, but I've noticed you're aged.
I am. My time on this earth is very brief. It ends tonight.
Oh, Spirit, please do not leave me. I do not want to be left alone. Is there nothing more you can show me?
There is one more thing you must see.
Hey, that's mine. I got it first.
It's mine.
That's not fair.
I don't care about fair. Enough! You two, come here.
Are those your children?
They are man's. This boy is ignorance, and the girl is greed. Beware of them both, but most of all, beware this boy. For if he is allowed to grow unchallenged, he will bring the world nothing but doom. Those who know him well live on fear and act on fear with violence and hate. If you come across this boy, speak against him and all those that would choose to use him. Silence him with love, compassion, and knowledge. For this is the long road to understanding and peace.
Have they no refuge or resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Come, you two. Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Please, don't leave me alone. I don't want to be left alone. You're more terrifying than any specter I've seen this night. I know your purpose is to do me good, so I'm prepared to bear your company. Yes, yes.
Mr. Bentley and Mr. Scrooge are joining forces.
Yes, I heard the very same thing.
Take these apart, fish, those two.
Yeah, I suppose this will change now that he's dead. You know, dead as a doornail. But we didn't even make the news.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe, and quite unexpected.
What was the matter with him?
God knows.
What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard.
Left it to his company, I suppose.
Well, he hasn't left any of it to me, and that's all I know.
I would imagine it would be a very cheap funeral.
Oh, on my life, I don't know anyone who will go. Do you?
Well, I'll go, but only if lunch is provided.
I don't think he ever bought anyone lunch when he was alive. Why would he go to the extent of buying us lunch now that he's dead?
Well, if there's no lunch, I can't think of any other reason to go, can you?
None.
Nor I.
Spirit, I know those men. How far into the future is this? Is it Mr. Bentley who has died? Am I to learn from his life and his mistakes? Spirit, why do you not speak to me? Yes, there's much to see.
Cops just finished them out. Should have a nice quiet alleyway over here.
Quiet, good.
Mr. Newberg, he's doing here.
So, Mr. Newberry, what brings you out on a cold night like tonight?
Business?
Business. Music to my ears, sir. Music to my ears. We're always open for business. No matter the reason, no matter the season, there is always money to be made. Just like your profession, sir, I am a 365-day-a-year enterprise. Death doesn't take me holidays much from me, huh? What do you got for me?
I have a few items, but they are good quality. Oh, thank goodness I found you. Excuse me, we're conducting business at the moment.
Where's Miss Dillard?
I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Miss Dilbert, Merry Christmas to you. Yes, Merry Christmas. Fancy us meeting up here.
If I'd known you was coming here, we could have split a cab ride, I suppose, eh?
Yes, although I do not make this a common practice, Miss Dilbert, but with certain clients one needs to cover expenses. I would prefer we keep this a secret between us.
Of course, Mr. Newberry. I understand completely. I don't begrudge you for what you do. Everyone has a right to take care of themselves. Besides, who's worse for a loss of a few items like these? Not a dead man, I suppose.
Are you selling the property of a dead man?
They're no use to him now.
All right, come on. Time is money. You two can prowl away in your own time, not mine. Who's going first?
Ladies first.
Oh no, you were here first, so you should go first.
Very well.
High quality oil, that's what she said.
Yes, that is a pure gold watch.
Plated, I think. If you think otherwise, you can take it back.
That is a very fine pencil case.
There's a lot of these around nowadays. It's not worth as much as they used to be. Let's see. I think 42 of these. Is that it then?
That's it.
I'll give you $2.20 for all of it, not a cent more. You are to be boiled in oil for not doing it. That's a fair price, Mr. Newberry.
$2.15, I'll give you the jacket.
$2.45.
Deal.
Pleasure. What have you got?
Here you go, Joe.
Is this then a sample of bed curtains?
I meant curtains. Very fine, very nice ones too.
Oh, those are nice. Very fine work. How'd you come across these then? Did you take them down, rings and all, with them flying right there?
Of course I did. Why shouldn't I have? But he never gave a care about me, so why should I give a care about him? Especially now that he's dead. And besides, he owed me.
Okay, don't need to pin your actions to me. What's this then, his blankets?
Of course there is blankets. He's unlikely to catch a cold without them.
Didn't dive into catching, did he?
If he had, I wouldn't have come near him.
All right. Oh, now look at that. This is nice. Very fine work. High quality.
It's the best shirt he had. You can stare at it till your eyes ache and you won't find a threadbare nor a hole in its place. If it won't work for me, they would have wasted it.
What do you mean wasted it?
They were going to bury him in it. But I got it off him. If calico ain't good enough to be buried in, it ain't good enough for anything.
Much easier to get something off before it's buried, isn't that right, Mrs. Silver?
Right you are. And if he hadn't scared everyone away from him while he was still alive, there would have been someone to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of just lying there, gasping out his final breath.
Pure words have never been spoken. It was a judgment upon him.
Tell you what, I can give you 100 now and 100 later when you get those bed curtains over to me.
You can get them no better time as the present.
Might I join you
What?
in need of a new coat myself?
Oh, and I can use new hats.
Spirit, did you hear the way they were speaking about that poor man? Is there not a man, woman, or child on this earth willing to grieve? Yes, there's more to see. Lead on.
You were gone so long that I was worried.
Yes, well, I'm here now, my dear. And I have very, very good news.
Who are these people?
Tell me, what has happened?
What has happened is, we're no longer to be in shame. He's dead.
Dead!
Yes!
For us. Oh, Thomas, this is, as you say, although I regret to repeat it, good news.
Very good news.
For us, God forgive me.
Yes. Well, the cleaning lady. The one that did not let me see him for me to get a week's delay. Was telling the truth. He was ill. Not only that, he was dying.
To whom will our debt be transferred?
I do not know, but I do know this. It will give us more time. And when our debt is transferred, we'll be able to pay it off.
And even if we're not, it's very unlikely that we'll be dealing with so merciless and cruel a creditor in his successor as he was.
Yes. We sleep with light hearts, for he is dead, and his shadow will no longer haunt us.
Let's celebrate!
Yes.
Spirit, this is not what I asked to see. Can you not show me anyone willing to grieve for a soul who walked this earth? Any tenderness connected with death? Spirit, why have you brought me here? No. Not Tiny Tim. Please tell me Tiny Tim is not died.
I heard of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of her birth and spoke of the following days of tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years.
You're nice, Abby. What a fine voice you have. You're a nice Martha. You must speak to your father when he gets home.
Yes, Mother.
He's very late. He's well past his time.
He seems to walk so much slower these last few evenings, Mother.
Yes. I have known him to walk very fast when he came upon his shoulder during his deeds.
Me too.
But, you know, he was very light and carry, and your father loved him so that it was no trouble. Trouble at all.
Everyone, I'm home.
There's your father at the door.
Hello, Father. Father. Hello, my dears. What have you been up to?
Greetings. Chief.
Sorry I'm late. I just was making some final arrangements. I wish you could have been there. We'd be so happy to see what a green place it is and how peaceful it is. But we'll see it often, won't we? We'll go there every Sunday.
Yes, Father.
Oh, little child. Little child.
Don't be sad, Father.
Of that I'm certain. Do you know who I bumped into town today? Mr. Scrooge's nephew. And seeing that I was not myself, he asked me what happened. I am very sorry for your wife, he said. I'm very sorry for your loss. If there's anything I can do, please come see me.
I'm sure he's a good soul.
You would know it if you spoke to him, my dear. He's as loving and kind as his uncle is cruel and bitter. I wouldn't be surprised if he helped Abby's situation.
Hear that, Abby?
And then Abby will be keeping company with someone and setting up for herself.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing. You are a beautiful young lady.
And one day, if you're lucky, you'll meet someone nice and you'll spend the rest of your life with.
Very true, my dear, but there'll be plenty of time for that. And I hope that through in the upcoming years that no matter how far apart we are or wherever we are, for whatever reason, that we remember our little tiny Tim and the first parting among us.
Never, Father.
And I hope that you remember how kind and patient he was, even though he was just a little child. And he will not bicker easily, because in doing so, we'd be forgetting him.
No, never, Father.
I am so happy. So very
Spirit, we should not be here. We should let this poor family grieve in peace. I do not know why, but I sense our parting is at hand. So I must ask you one final thing. Please, show me the man who has died. Spirit, before I draw nearer to that stone at which you point, I must know one thing. Are these the shadows of the things that will be, or things that may be only? Yes, men's actions foreshadow certain means, but those actions change. The means will also change. Isn't that not true? No, this is as I feared. Please have mercy, Spirit. I've changed. I will not shut out the lessons of this night. The spirits of Christmas past, present, and future will strive within me. Oh, please tell me I may sponge away the writing on this vile stone. Silver? I'm alive. I am here. You are here. The shadows of the things that may be will not be. I will make sure of that.
Hello, good sir.
Yes, and... Well, that's the door, but which goes to Jacob Marley.
It's the ghost of Jacob Marley.
Yes, and that's where the wandering spirits appear.
Wandering spirits?
Yes.
You don't like Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, I'm earnest. I'm happy as a drunken man. I'm as giddy as a schoolboy. I'm as light as a feather.
Okay, forgive me for saying so, but maybe you should have your head looked at.
Maybe I should. I wonder what they find in there.
I'll fetch the doctor, shall I?
No, it's not needed. Now, what are you doing here on Christmas Day with me?
You told me to come in and get your breakfast at the usual time.
Right, yes, I did say that. Well, we'll have that no longer. Now, you may go home and go to your family.
Really?
And upon the next day you come in for work, you'll get a $200 Christmas bonus.
$200? Are you sure? That's a lot of money.
More than sure. Have a Merry Christmas, Mrs. Dill.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Whole day spent celebrating the season. What to do. Oh, I shouldn't be so happy. I am. Boy, girl.
Bye.
Do you know the butcher's? Not one street over, but two.
We do.
The prize turkey, is it still there?
It's still hanging there. The one as big as me?
Yes, that one. Smart boy. Now, I want you to go there and buy it.
Buy it? Are you up your love?
No. Yes, I would like you to go and purchase it. And send it to the Cratchits. Make sure it is anonymous. You know what a Cratchit house is, right?
We do.
Good. Smart lad.
Right away.
It's so great to see him, young and carefree. Well, Cratchit won't know who sent it. He'll be astonished at the giant turkey. It's way bigger than the one they had to eat previously. Oh, I'm so happy. I shouldn't be. Why, Mr. Granger?
Mr. Scrooge?
I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you.
You are Mr. Scrooge, right?
Yes, and I fear that my name may be unpleasant to you. And I wish to change that. I will donate $10,000 to your fund, and a great many back payments are included.
Are you serious?
Very much so.
I don't know what to say to such generosity.
Say nothing, but make sure you put my partner's name on the donation. This was all his doing, you see.
Absolutely.
Well, come see me in the new year and I will write you a check.
Yeah.
Now,
Thank you.
we were talking about, or I came up with an idea for a merchant's guild to make money for the poor and destitute all year round so that we can give them food and drink.
Absolutely, that sounds amazing.
You must come to my office in the new year so that we can speak about it.
Ah, Mr. Scrooge, I was just on your way to your office.
Ah, you will not find me there.
Of course not, you're here.
Well, Mr. Bentley, I would like you to meet a friend of mine, a business partner, Mr. Granger.
How do you do, Mr. Granger?
How do you do?
Mr. Granger and I happen to belong to a group of businessmen raising a fund for the poor and destitute in this festive time of year.
I don't marry myself at Christmas.
And you don't have the money to make idle people marry. I've heard it all, said it all, and it's all a bunch of codswallop.
Mr. Scrooge, are you insane?
This is not the first time people have said that today, and I highly doubt it will be the last. But that is no reason for you not to donate. You should take the $1,000 you made yesterday.
Mr. Scrooge, if I will give all my money away to anyone who asks for it, it will not be long before I find myself in a poor hole. Good day.
Merry Christmas.
Unbelievable.
And a Happy New Year.
Humbug.
It's tough enough to crack that one. Again, we must come to my office in the new year. I will write you a check to your fund, and we should talk about that merchant's field.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, Mr. Cratchit.
Mr. Scrooge, I didn't see you there.
So this is how you spend your day, singing silly songs. You should be at my counting house working.
But Mr. Scrooge, you said I could spend a day with my family.
Did I? I can't believe I'd ever agree to such nonsense. Well, I suppose you'll be feasting on plum pudding and turkey.
Yes, actually, we will, Mr. Scrooge. A kind fellow, without even so much as mentioning his name, sent us a turkey for our Christmas dinner.
Did he now?
Not everyone in this world is as cold-hearted as you, Mr. Scrooge. Bob here has been a loyal employee all these years, and he deserves better.
Oh, dear, please.
Well, Mr. Cratchit, in light of what your wife has said, I have no choice but to triple your salary.
Triple my salary?
Your salary?
My salary.
Tripled.
Are you quite yourself, Mr. Scrooge?
Oh, I am more myself than ever. I wish you a merrier Christmas than I ever have, my dear fellow. And you must come by my office tomorrow, and we will discuss your affairs over a cup of Christmas cider.
Oh, thank you, sir. I am overwhelmed. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Good heavens, Uncle Scrooge, it is you. What brings you out on Christmas and in such good cheer?
Why, if it isn't my wonderful nephew Fred. Now, if your invitation to dinner still stands, I would love if I could take you up on it.
Of course. Emma, come to my Uncle Scrooge. I'm so glad you'll be joining us. What changed your mind?
The ghost of Jacob Marley changed my mind. The spirits of Christmas past, present, and future changed my mind. Most of all, Fred, you changed my mind. I now see that Christmas is a time when fellow men open up their hearts to one another. And I say along with you, God bless it, and I will cherish it all the years in memory of your dear mother.
And to think my uncle was better than his word.
He did it all and much, much more.
And to Tiny Tim, who I'm happy to say did not die, he was like a second father.
Scrooge became the best master in all of England, or really any town, city, or borough in the entire world.
And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep the Christmas cheer. If any man alive possessed the knowledge, may be truly said of us all.
And so, as Tiny Tim and Scrooge observed,
God bless us, everyone.
Amen.
time? Did you guys have a good time? Okay. So I know it's like 12:15 or 12:15, 2:15. We're getting close to that, and I know your bus is coming, and my guys actually have to get changed. They have a show tonight, and also they have a bus to catch.